Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Bootleg Brethren. I'm your captain and today we'll be taking a look at the Dollar Tree Ninja. Now, you may be wondering, this is not a Transformer because, well, not everything that's bootleg is a Transformer. You see, however, this guy on his own is actually pretty okay because the painting and sculpting on this figure is actually pretty good. I mean, the painting on this lovely blue plastic is kind of absent on the back of the figure. However, what I don't really like about his sculpt is his muscles. I mean, of course he's got to be a muscular man for a ninja, but man, he looks like a blow-up balloon character that you get at the county fair. And he also has this problem where he can't stand up that well due to the fact of these little pegs on the bottoms of his feet. However, just because of that, it's not really a bad figure because it's made out of a nice durable plastic. And also accessories are also made of the same type of plastic. You get a helmet. This helmet is lovely painted and sculpted and also detailed. However, this accessory comes in two halves, so you can just snap it on to his head. And it also comes with two of these garden rakes, which kind of look okay, I guess. I mean, but really that's because this dude just kind of snaps on the head. This snaps onto the arm. This snaps onto the other arm. And it kind of looks good. I mean, it looks more dopey due to the fact that the colors do not match with the actual dude himself. Because this red and yellow does not do well with blue. I mean, you also get a really, really loose connection. In fact, holding it just like so, you can actually shake the figure out of his helmet. And kind of makes the helmet useless. But these two side weapons are actually pretty nice with just the figure on his own. So forget the helmet, just kind of this is working for me. Plus he also comes with a lot of posability. Get a rotation at the head, Halloween everybody. Rotation at the shoulder, bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist, and nothing at the shoulder too much. And of course that thing kind of falls out a little too easily, except on this side where it actually kind of plugs in, so be careful. Then you get no waist swivel, no swivel at the thigh, but you do get a rotation. Can't kick that far and go back that far only because of his no bend at the knee, no thigh swivel, no ankle swivel or bend. Really, all the posability is just mainly due to these arms, this head, and he can kind of sit. So really, this figure, however, kind of surprises me due to the fact of his size. His actual size is pretty impressive. So let me get some things to compare him with. You have him next to a Kirkland battery, next to the little vinyl burning Godzilla figurine, next to the Masterpiece Nemesis Prime, which I'll have to kind of just, yeah! And next to another fellow Dollar Tree character, which I'll be doing a quick review on today, the Dollar Tree ZombieCon Skywarp. No, not Skywarp. This is indeed Scrap Heap. So we'll talk about him in just a little bit. Posability on this figure is not really that great. However, I would totally recommend you get him for the decent price of $1.09. Plus, he's really not that bad. He's fun for that little kid to just throw around and have fun. However, that head and those loose joints really kind of just make it a little bit of a hazard. So enough about this. How about we talk about a homemade Transformers figure that I've made. So this is ZombieCon Transformers Scrap Heap. Now this is basically a junkyard style version of those Dollar Tree Transformers that you remember from the past. So really we're going to start out with a painting and sculpting. I should know about the painting. It actually looks fairly accurate to what I was trying to go for. Kind of living in a dusty, rusty old junkyard, kind of forgotten about until the powers of Dark Energon led him to life. And I mean the sculpting on it is just really just the Dollar Tree Toys main sculpt, but with a few things altered, like the wing that's broken, these broken tail fins, the arm missing, And one of the two landing gear is missing on his back, which allows him to sit pretty nicely at an awkward position in vehicle mode. But however, before we get into the whole posability stuff on this, we do talk about his accessories. He actually does come with accessories. In his arm, you probably noticed this beautifully mechanically detailed piece of piping sticking through this vehicle mode bit, but you can actually rotate that around and it becomes a gun, which he can kind of hold if you were to do it like that. And it kind of looks like he's holding his gun, ready to shoot the next Decepticon or Autobot that gets in his way. And not only do you get a gun, but you also get a battle damaged piece. This piece honestly looks really good in its beautiful purple color and its damaged eye. So let's quickly just Really, I just love the battle damaged piece much better than the normal piece, even though the normal piece really just looks so nice. However, with that, you do get some posability with this figure. No rotation at the head, but you can look down that far and look up that far, which honestly looks a little stupid. You get these rotations at the wings, which actually is a swivel, but it's limited due to that back stuff that's kind of annoying. You get a hinge joint here, which is mainly for the transformation, and you do get bends at the knees, but they go this way, so it doesn't look that great. However, you can kind of fake something. But this is a zombie. What did you expect? The only posability you're supposed to have is just the classic zombie kind of look. But other than that, I mean, it looks pretty good. Now, really, the transformation on this figure is relatively easily. First of all, you remove him off of this Lego mini stand. That was cool. And then what you do is you take the figure and you're going to want to, instead of folding the gun up immediately, you're going to want to follow this exactly. Fold the head down, fold this up, and then fold these up like so. Rotate the arms up and then fold them in so that they peg together in the center. Make sure that peg goes into that hole, just like that. Then you can rotate the gun so it snugly fits into the cockpit. Then take these wings and cleave them like so. Fold the legs forward, fold the head down, fold out the tail fins, and fold the wings back. And then just lie them down. And the painting and sculpting on the vehicle mode is also pretty good. I mean, of course, it's just the robot mode on his face, but I kind of like how I did it because, as I remember saying, I removed this wheel so that it kind of just sits on its wing. And then I melted and bent this wing so it looked like it was just sitting there on its wing. You can kind of see the original colors of the plane, so if I were to bring it close to the camera, you can kind of see that lovely purple, red, and yellow stripe on the nose cone. It's in this lovely lightish gray with this purple stripe here. These are red bits right here on the vents. Down here on the wing, and see I put some yellow on the tips of those to add some color. And on the inside you can get like skulls and the number and letter D1. So this is a Decepticon 1 fighter. And it just sits nicely like so. Or if you don't want it like that, you can use an action figure stand, which comes with a hinge joint and a hinge joint. This does not come with a figure at all, and there's no real place to peg it in, so you kind of just have to balance it like so, and then you get a kind of flying pose. You can also spread the wings out and leave it just like that. And then you get Scrap Heap in his flying pose. And while in a flying pose, you can also pose him to face downwards and fold the gun out, which kind of looks a little dumb, but it turns into a airborne gun, which honestly looks pretty cool, even with the scrappy aesthetic. Now, I'll just get this out of the way so we can get into the size comparisons of this figure. We have him next to what he originally looked like in his robot mode, which I'm going to keep here so then I don't forget to do the size comparisons. Oh. So once again, you have a Kirkland battery, tiny vinyl pop Godzilla figure, Masterpiece Nemesis Prime, which I'm not going to do a full out view of it. The soon-to-be ZombieCon Starscream, which honestly still looks in its beautiful colors. However, this thing, even in its robot mode, which is relatively easy to do, he looks even great. What also is great is that he has this lovely little grin, which took me way too long to paint on. It was really annoying. But overall, this thing is going to get the same treatment as this guy. And also, I'm going to be sending a specific figure, a ZombieCon Skywarp, to a certain British reviewer that I think we all remember. He's actually one of the very two that inspired me to make YouTube videos in the first place. You know, besides a traumatic experience with a toy that as I opened the crate, that it was packaged and it literally broke the moment I opened the box. But other than that, that's really it for this video. So if you really like this video and like the stuff that I've got, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if you want tutorials on how to make your very own ZombieCon Transformer. But other than that, I would like to say it's almost getting close towards Halloween, and I wish you all a happy Halloween. Goodbye!